Hello, good morning, and welcome to Real Talk with Tamara. As you guys come into the room, please do hit the like button. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe to the channel. I hope that you guys are doing okay. I know that I am. I always express the importance of hitting the like button because the like button helps to keep the video on the algorithm. Okay, so like, share, subscribe, comment, all of those great things. Okay. Tonight, this morning, actually it's 6 o'clock in the morning, I wanted to talk about a story that I saw from out of Memphis. And these are the types of injustices that I don't stand by. Okay. It speaks about a young man who was wrongfully charged with unaliving and losing his job as a pharmacy tech and his licenses. Stuff like this is what I'm talking about. We have to preserve all of that energy that we have and hostility for helping people like this when they are wrongly convicted and standing together, or wrongly charged and standing together, instead of trying to band together to free those who actually did commit a situation. Okay.
Against him. We first told you the story of Chester Tuggle last month, but even though the charges against him are now dropped, Tuggle says the battle is not yet over. WRG's Jessica Knox has that story.
That was the worst day of my life. I just came back from a family trip, see that orange out, and now I got to turn myself in for something I didn't do.
23-year-old Chester Tuggle would soon learn that Memphis police thought he participated in the robbery and killing of a man.
First-degree murder and aggravated robbery.
Memphis police believe Tuggle was one of the suspects in a car when a man was shot and killed during a robbery attempt at the Summit Apartments in Raleigh on April 18th. A witness told police Chester pointed a gun at him and demanded his possessions. But after 3 days at 201 Poplar and more than a month after he was arrested, the charges were dropped.
And it's crazy. Like, you shouldn't point out innocent people for something they didn't do. I don't know the people.
Tuggle's parents called on a family friend who is familiar with the law. He says the witness found Tuggle's photos on Facebook and wrongly identified him as a suspect.
A person of a different ethnicity to identify a person, sometimes we all look alike. I would not say that it was lazy work, but there needs to be different methodologies.
He says phone technology eventually helped clear Tuggle's name.
The pinging of the phone and everything like the AT&T, that kind of brought it all home as relative to where he was.
But the 23-year-old had already lost his job, pharmacy technician license, and his reputation.
Like, I can't live my day-to-day life how I normally was, because after all this, it's just crazy.
Tuggle family says they can't help but think about the other innocent people going through the same thing. They want Memphis police to do better.
Do what they're being paid for. Get to the bottom of real situations, not just try to close the case and say, okay, we got the person. That's not the end of it. You have to make sure you have the right person.
Reporting for your news leader, I am Jessica Knox, WREG News, Channel 3.
Okay. Now, that situation, that's a sad situation. But what I would say to the family is don't settle. Don't take the first settlement that they give you, because normally if they try and settle with 100,000 or 250,000, normally they'll try and settle with 250. And a lot of times when people don't, $250,000 is a lot of money. But if they try and settle with 250,000, that means you can get probably 500,000 or 600,000. So this man was put in jail. He lost his licenses. He was a professional. Hey, thank God for phone records. That those records should have been pulled anyways. And that's what I talk about when I say, witnesses, certain witnesses and things of that nature. They just go and they look on social media. Okay, because to all of us look alike to certain people. Okay, so that was definitely flawed work. Yeah. It says the surviving victim allegedly showed a picture of Tuggle on Facebook and said he pointed a gun at him and demanded his possessions. So the surviving victim that was in the vehicle said this, okay? It says, it's just crazy. You shouldn't point out innocent people, but that's what his mother just said. I kind of want to look at the affidavit, okay? Let's look at the affidavit right quick. Hey, what happened was wrong, but I believe this young man is going to be blessed in the end when if he play his cards right and not settle when he sue the city. Because I'm gonna tell you what the city do. He's gonna have to get a lawyer that does not take a payout from the city, and a lawyer that's gonna stick with him. Okay. Yeah. Hold on. Let me see. What was the young man's name? Was it Chester? Chester Tuggle. Let's see. Let us see. Let me see what the person said in the affidavit. They may have already removed it. They might have already. He was born. Yeah, he was born in 2001, the same year one of my babies was born. They gave him 2 counts of first degree unaliving, especially aggravated robbery. Here's the affidavit. Okay, let's look at that. What the affidavit says. Okay, it says, further affiant makes oath that the essential facts constituting said offense, the source of affiance information. Okay, on Thursday, April 18, 2024, at 16:55 hours, police officers responded to a shooting at Summit Arbor's Circle and Hidden Woods Cove. Officers arrived on the scene and located Homero Pina. I mean, that sounds like it would be a Hispanic name. Homero Pina, on the ground in front of the Summit Arbor Circle. Pina had sustained multiple gunshot wounds and was pronounced deceased on the scene by paramedics. Juan Felix was also present on the scene and advised officers that a subject he knew as JD was responsible for the shooting. Felix stated that he and Pina picked up JD at the home located at 30. Okay. Once there, JD shot Pina approximately 5 times. JD and 2 other persons took the keys, cell phone, and cash from Pina after the shooting. Felix stated he attempted to flee. However, the 2 other persons told him to stop. One of these subjects, wearing a burgundy jacket, pointed a AR-style pistol at him and stated he would shoot him. The second subject, who was wearing a red hooded jacket, pointed a black handgun at JD and him. JD also pointed a handgun at him. The 3 subjects then approached Juan and demanded his possessions. They then took his keys and cell phone. JD took the keys and fled the scene and Felix's Dodge Charger. Oh, wow. The remaining subjects fled the area. Felix provided officers with the address where he was picked up from. Okay. Okay. It says, officers advised that he was familiar with a subject who resides at the location named Demario Wilson. Investigators presented Felix with a 6-person photo lineup, which included Demario Wilson. Felix was able to identify Demario Wilson as the person responsible for the shooting. Pina and robbing both him and Pina. Felix provided investigators with a photo of subjects involved in the incident that he obtained from Wilson's Facebook page. Investigators reviewed the account and discovered a link to Facebook username Fly Guy Chester. The subject appeared to be the same person in the photo provided by Felix. The account was reviewed and investigators determined that the account belonged to Chester Tuggle. Investigators presented Felix with a 6-person photo lineup, which included Tuggle, and he identified Tuggle as having been involved in the incident. Tuggle was the subject wearing a red hooded jacket who pointed a handgun at him and demanded his possessions. Security camera video from the area was recovered, which captured footage of persons matching the described subjects interacting with Peanut and Felix prior to the incident. Okay. It says JD took the keys and fled the scene. And Felix Charger, VIN number 2 Charlie 3 Charlie Delta X-Ray Hotel Golf 9 Charlie Hotel 2907741. The remaining suspects fled the area. I don't know, hey, I don't know. Now, phone records was able to, I guess, exonerate this young man. It was a mistake that that the surviving person made, but I think that they should have what they should have done was they should have ran the I guess ping the phone. They should have pinged the phone. Yeah, they should have pinged the phone before they even charged him. That should have been one of the first things. But unfortunately, I think this happens in every state, that when there's a surviving witness and the witness pinpoints a person, that's what happens. Now, I'm sure people are gonna, try and compare this to Young Dog. I told you Straight Drop wasn't out there. Straight Drop was out there. Cornelius was out there too. Okay. Some of these, hey, it's sad to say, but people kind of, they look for any situation to compare with Young Dolph situation so that they can try and exonerate the people in their mind and world, because a lot of them are paid off. They want to try to exonerate those persons it only exists in their world, right? But they have more confidence in these people than they have in themselves, because they don't know what these people are in jail saying. But I hope the young man is compensated. I'm sure they've already filed a lawsuit. What they need to do is not settle, get the max. His life was interrupted. He lost his licenses and all of that. And in the future, and normally that's what they do. They start to subpoena phone records and things of that nature. And they have all of their ducks in a row before they, but this is what happens. Like, if there's a surviving witness, hey, and they say, well, this person did it, oftentimes that's what they do. And they'll go pick them up. But what they should have did was, listen, they should have did all of that first. Okay. Anyways, I'm happy that the young man, because I think they said that the young man was on vacation. Did they say he was on vacation? He was on vacation. Let's see.
Jessica Knox has that story.
First day of my life. I just came back from a family trip. See that orange out, and I got to turn myself in for something I didn't do.
23-year-old Chester Tuggle would soon learn that Memphis police thought he participated in the robbery and killing.
Yeah, the surviving person, did that. So, but Memphis police should have they should have pulled phone records and stuff like that before they charged this young man, made him lose his licenses and all of that. So when I say that, these are the types of things that we have to come together and stand behind, to ensure that innocent people, not guilty people, to ensure that innocent people, their lives are not messed over. When their lives are interrupted, like this young man's life was, they would stand behind them. We're proactive in doing what is necessary. There's a system put in place so that this young man can be compensated the way that he should be compensated, and innocent people are not being convicted. Okay, not guilty people. Okay, I'm innocent people, because we have a habit of trying to go hard for guilty people. Because I don't like the police. Is yeah, but he guilty. Yeah, but I don't like the police though, cause I just want all the guilty people. I know I got daughters, but he a G. I know he rape all the little girls. Not you, bitch. I get so damn tired of these damn wimps. Okay, because truth of the matter is, hey, when people say we should be manning our own police, our own neighborhoods and stuff. I mean, a lot of these Negroes can't be trusted to man their own neighborhoods and police their own neighborhoods. They're the ones that's raping all the little girls and stuff. Why would we want them to do that, so that they can really have their way? Is that the reasons why they want the police totally out of the equation, so that they can continuously put the little girls in human trafficking and stuff? So, I mean, that's why I say there has to be a system for the righteous men. I mean, they can work with the police, because, I mean, if there was a system in place, then this stuff wouldn't be happening anyways, because the people that was truly policing the neighborhoods would have that it would already be understood. You don't come in this neighborhood, nigga, and whatever you got going on, you're not gonna do it over here. Right? And it will be understood before it ever even got to the police, right? So that's why we need the police. When people say why we need the police, because if people let criminals run amok, they want them to. They want them to be able to put the little girls in human trafficking, and the women and stuff. I come up off of that bitch. That's they want to be able to boldly say that, force women into that. Nigga, that's the reasons why the police is needed. But we have to be proactive, right? When people are wrongly convicted. That's why I say the righteous people have to stand together, because there's strength in numbers to ensure that we stand together when stuff like this happen. People are wrongly convicted, and make sure that they don't the person is compensated well when this happens. Okay, but I'm happy the young man is out. Okay, I'm happy that he's out. Okay, but I found that story very interesting. Okay, but I want you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. If you would like to support the channel, you could definitely support the channel via Cash App.